Senator Klobuchar, Senator Kennedy.
Judge Lee, I don't believe you were truthful in answering Senator Lee's questions. You wrote an article in 2010 entitled An Overview of Special Populations in California Prisons, did you not?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And in that article, you argued that male prisoners should be allowed to claim they are transgender in order to be assigned to a female prison, didn't you?
As I said to Senator Lee, that was an article which arose from a symposium, which I just moderated the panel, and then summarized for the symposium edition the different arguments and issues that were raised.
Well, I've read your article, and I don't think that's accurate. You identify certain special populations, transgender people, immigrants, and racial minorities. And you're very critical of the way the California prison system treats them. For example, I'm going to quote here, your words, not mine. The prison system relies heavily on a dichotomous sex-based means of classification. Prisoners are classified by their biological attributes rather than their gender identification. As described by one of the people in the California prison system, the classification process is gender neutral. We really don't distinguish between transgender and non-transgender inmates. Did I read that correctly?
Senator, I don't recall it word by word, but
Here it is.
So. Okay.
And at the end, here's your conclusion. Your words, not mine. In conclusion, because each of these populations, including transgender, traditionally has been marginalized by American society based on their gender, race, ethnicity, or status, they are often further distanced from and marginalized by society upon incarceration. A recent president said you can fairly judge the character of a society by how it treats the weak, the vulnerable, the most easily forgotten. Did you say that?
That's what was written.
Okay. And so, but you're saying your article is just a summary of the opinions of people that you moderated?
I moderated a panel. There were 3 panelists about those different topics. That's what was represented in terms of the issues. And
well, let me just ask you, do you think that a male prisoner convicted in a court of law on a final judgment should be allowed to claim that he is transgender in order to be assigned to a female prison?
Senator, as discussed earlier, the issue of assignment in facilities and such as one which is being actively litigated in California and may become before me. If I were to be
now all of a sudden
you
can't answer it. You answered it in your law review article.
Senator,
you were for it. But now you can't answer it? Is that your testimony?
My testimony is that was an article from over 13 years ago, and that as a judge now, and as I have been for nearly the last 5 years, my responsibilities are to fully, faithfully, and
the truth is you believe that a male prisoner should be able to allow at the sentencing phase to claim that he is transgender in order to be assigned to a female prison. Now, you believe that, don't you?
Senator.
You wrote it.
Again, that was a piece which summarized and came out of a symposium edition about the California prison crisis generally.
You found it at Georgetown, the Georgetown Journal of Gender and Sexuality Law Journal, did you not?
At Georgetown, I was one of the founding members. of the
Senator John Kennedy doesn't hold back. In a tense exchange during a Senate confirmation hearing, he confronts a judicial nominee over controversial past writings on transgender inmates and gender identity. What followed was a grilling that left the room silent and the nominee on the defensive.
Judge Lee, I don't believe you were truthful.
I was one of the founding members. I didn't of the.
Did you found it? Did you help found it?
I was one of the initial founding group members.
All right, and one of the first articles was entitled, that you picked was entitled, quote, "The Politics of Eradication and Future of LGBT Rights." And in that article, you accused Republicans, or the article you chose, accused Republicans of being influenced by, quote, "a desire to eradicate LGBT identities." Is that accurate?
Senator, I was an articles editor in the first edition.
You don't remember
was
that
never-
article?
I do not recall. I do not know whether or not I edited that.
Okay, well, here's
article.
another article you picked. Quote, here's the title of the article that you picked for your journal. "Gender is fake. The ongoing need for an equal rights amendment." And the article says, quote, "The need for the ERA is more pressing now than ever, given modern conceptions of gender as a social construct." Did I read that right?
Senator, I don't, as I said, I was an articles editor who
Look,
edited. a
Senator
couple
Durbin
articles
may
I did.
save you here, but I don't think you've been honest with this committee, because I've read your writings, and I'd respect you a lot more if you stepped up to the plate and said, "This is what I believe."
I might say to the Senator from Louisiana, my goal is to run the committee and not salvation. I believe the judge can speak for herself.
I'm sure well,
Judge Padilla.
let me say this. Thank you for giving me the extra time.
Judge Padilla.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Senator Padilla.
I've been called worse. I do have a question to ask the first panel that I intend to ask the second panel, but given the issues and, if I can use air quotes, concerns raised by some of my colleagues, let me try to address the topic at hand. As some of my Republican colleagues have mentioned before,
Judicial confirmation hearings, where nominees' past writings are scrutinized under the political spotlight. Senator Kennedy's grilling of Judge Lee is sure to fuel debate on issues of gender identity, judicial transparency, and political ideology. What do you think of this exchange? Should past writings determine future judicial decisions? If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and hit the subscriber button for more political showdown. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.